Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. It's day 21. We made it to the quarterfinals. Oh my goodness. 3 matchups left.
It is unbelievable to think that we are this close to wrapping this entire thing up. We hope that your bracket's intact. And thanks, as always, to our friends at Sagamore Spirit Rye. We love their rye. We know you do too, and that's what you're playing for. And if you've got any bottles left, you've still got a chance, most likely.
It is a Cinderella type of tournament this year.
It really has been, yeah. Throughout the rest of this tournament, we may or may not be drinking the same things, and we probably won't be. So, tasting notes to the wind. Here we go. Onto the nose, glass 1. I like the smell of it.
Bourbon.
Fruity, sugary, oaky. Short tasting notes. Yeah, succinct from here on in. You've got all the tasting notes on these bottles. Now you just want to know which one tastes better to us today.
Yeah, you want to know the winners.
Yeah, I feel like a winner today because these smell great.
These are nice. There was a nice oak presence on this one, as there should be.
A little more spice on this one for me.
I don't want to mess around with the nose. Let's get to cheers in and drinking.
Agreed. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm cosplaying again today, by the way. Like a weird teddy bear popping out of Santa's sack.
No.
That's my outfit today.
The word sack just kind of took me off guard.
You didn't care for that? Fair enough.
I like glass number 1.
Yeah. It immediately went fruit for me, which is great. A nice introduction. It wasn't no astringency at all. Thick, tasty, easy to sip. Kind of all my favorite stuff.
There's like a sweet oak presence, which is like sugar. Oaky, sugary. There's a nice fruit sweetness in there.
Coats really, really well.
It doesn't taste artificial to me.
But it is unique. It's a different type of fruit.
Yeah.
We've said that a few times. I don't know what this is, but I like it.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that glass number 1 is showing me here, it's that I need to eat more fruits, different, varied types of fruits, because I'm having trouble identifying whatever this is, and I've had this trouble a few times in the tournament where it's definitely something not artificial, definitely something fruity. Maybe it's a fruit that doesn't exist, but I bet it does.
I like this challenge of if a bottle says that you're supposed to taste X, mango, pineapple, sea salt, maybe we should have those on the table and try them while we're drinking it. I like glass number 1. I mean, I should. There's only 4 left, so if I don't like it, I really made a mistake somewhere along the road.
Right, yeah. If we don't like one of these for some reason, that's our fault.
Are you feeling confident you're going to be able to make quick decisions in these last 3 matchups?
You got someplace to be?
No, I'm just wondering if, whatever roads that took them to this point were just on opposite sides of the street, and now we're like, oh, wow, this one's way better.
Different matchup, different day. You never know how things are going to hit you. Oh, I like that. Oh boy, glass 2's nice.
I said this last round, but what did I put forward that tastes like my glass number 2?
What have you got over there?
Well, it came across a bit nutty.
Okay.
And that's where it stopped. It was like you...
Oh, nuts.
You crumbled up some nuts, add a little liquid in them, and then I just drank it. It was kind of nutty. That was the first sip, and I know that I've gotten this on glasses in the past, and then it just kind of went away in the second, third sip. It was just interesting. If we were one-sipping these, my initial impression...
Glass 1.
Is a little mediocre on that.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Glass 2 is nice. For me, sugar, cinnamon, oak, a little bitterness, but in a good way, very well balanced, super tasty, and boy does it coat. The finish is bringing some heat, so I'm guessing this is elevated proof point, but it's still nice. It is satisfying. It's more heat coming. Okay.
My glass number 2, the oak really shone through in that second sip. I think this is one of those that you need to give it more than one sip, which I've said about some bottle in the past. My glass number 2 is interesting. It was all nuts, then it was all oak, and now it's all fruit on the third sip.
Oops, all nuts.
Oops, all nuts. I think my fourth sip, maybe that's where the cohesiveness will come together. You have to wait for 4 sips, which means I almost drank the whole glass.
Well, let's have a fourth sip.
No. I'm going to go back to glass number 1.
All right, I'm sticking with glass 2 because I'm actually starting to find more flavors in it.
Yeah.
There is a heat that builds on the back, and there's a lot of cinnamon coming, so that's
Mm-hmm.
stacking up, which is impacting this a little bit negatively. Then again, it's a compressed period of time that we've been tasting in here, so I
Yeah.
probably need to give it a little bit of room to
Space.
breathe. Yeah, give it a little space.
Yeah.
We need both learn more about ourselves independently before we get back together again.
Perfect.
And so that's my relationship with glass 2.
You're not breaking up. You're just giving it time.
Yeah, it's just a trial separation with glass 2. No, I'm sticking with it. That's something between maple syrup and root beer barrels on glass number 2.
You know what's funny?
That's
Is that
real
when you
tasty.
started talking, I thought I smelled maple syrup. And so maybe you just projected that at me.
I got that dragon breath tonight.
Delicious then. Usually dragon breath is not great. This time,
All right. Yeah, whatever's in glass 2 is the breath saver. Little mint there too.
we're not drinking the same thing on glass 2.
I don't know if we're drinking the same thing at all. Oh boy, I really like that one. I was leaning heavily toward glass 1 for a while, but the more I sit with glass 2, the more I like it.
It's been really good. I haven't drank in a while, so I'm going to go back to my glass 1. I've been letting it sit. I'm liking what's happening on both of them.
Behaving.
Well, to be fair in this competition, I feel like I've had a balance of moving things forward that were like beautifully balanced and rich and bourbony, and then every so often, like the last matchup, fun when they're perfectly matched. That fun element really takes a hold and it gets me excited, and so now we're down to the last couple.
Excitement has to be a part of this
Yeah.
competition, and it absolutely has been.
The nose on this is
It's out of
awesome.
sight. It is out of sight. Maybe we're drinking the same thing, I don't know. But if a bourbon can taste clean, that's what I'm getting on glass 1. It just smells and tastes so good, so fresh almost, which is crazy for a whiskey that's been aged for some amount of time.
I'm getting that pink bubblegum sweetness on here again. Mine tastes very different. Bright and lively, rich and darker.
I agree with you, whether we're drinking the same things or not.
See, I like glass 2 too.
This is so tricky because each time I go back to a glass, I go, oh no, that's delicious. That's the one I'm going with. And then I take a minute, cleanse the palate, go back to the other one. Oh no, that's the one. It's like you're trying to break up with one of them. And so every time you go back to tell them you're breaking up, they're like, prettier than last time?
Sorry, I was only half paying attention because I was trying
I was
to...
only half saying anything worth
I
listening
know, because
to.
I was really thinking about these glasses. There's things that I like today. There's things that I like about both of them.
Yeah.
But I can also find just a hint of things that I'm a little bit nitpicky about on both of them as well.
Sure.
I wish that one of them was just perfect.
I wanted to say, because we've been having a lot of fun in this tournament, we've been joking a lot, whatever, but this matchup here, these two whiskeys here, are just about as good as anything that I can remember ever drinking. I am enjoying these so much. Whatever they are, if you can get your hands on them, get these whiskeys.
Yeah.
They're that good. These are dynamite.
There's only a couple things that we tried this whole month that I was like, oh man, we shouldn't have bought that bottle.
Right. Yeah,
But
we've had a really
I
fun
would say
December.
like 90% of the stuff that we tried, maybe more. I was like, glad that's still on the shelf.
Of course, by the end of this tournament, some of our favorites will have disappeared and we'll be out of it, but whatever. That's the cost of sipping really, really tasty whiskey for the entire month of December.
And having fun.
Right. How close are you to making a decision?
I should be thinking in terms of a decision, and so I will now.
I'm actually adding up points in my head for each one of these now because it's that close.
I have to make a decision because, you have too. We've almost drank them all.
This doesn't happen a lot, but I have a decision. Do you have a decision?
I do have a decision. I'm feeling okay about this decision. I'm feeling way more okay about this decision than my decision yesterday.
All right. Well, 1, 2, 3.
We split,
Wow.
which
Unbelievable.
maybe we're drinking different things, so it wouldn't really matter.
For all I know, we're drinking the exact same thing in different glasses.
True.
Let's find out what this is. For me, this came right down to the wire. Glass 1, absolutely delicious, fun, unique flavors. It coats like the best cough syrup, but it tastes nothing like cough syrup, and that's why it was such a tough decision for me. Glass 2, though, very exciting flavors itself, root beer and maple syrup and a little bit of cinnamon, and it was all heat at the beginning, but the longer I sat with it, the more it opened up. Just a fantastic glass of whiskey. So I'm going glass 2. What helped you make your decision over there?
My first glass, I loved it from the very first sip. So the second glass, I still love, but it did take me a few sips to get into it. Do I think this is a little bit of a richer drink? Yes. But from an experience, from a flavor profile, it just made me happy. Glass number 1 made me happy. And to me today, that won over than that like richness.
Okay, well there you go. Fun beats richness and excitement beats other excitement. This was great. Seriously.
Fireworks.
Fantastic whiskeys. This is the super good glass. For you, moved ahead. For me, it is out, and it is V for very good whiskey no matter what happens here.
So the first one moving into the finals for Julie, Wilderness Trail Bottled in Bond.
And I eliminated it?
And you eliminated
That's
it.
a little bit heartbreaking after what happened
I
against
know.
Four Roses, but that is... Oh man, that's a good whiskey. Hang on, what
I'm so excited. I love Wilderness Trail.
was in the logo glass? C for... Come on, tell me all about it.
So moving forward for you is... Can't believe it. Bull Run.
This is
nuts.
This is
kind of a
insane.
crazy finals.
Well, what got eliminated for you?
Baker 7. Which then
so that
explains
one's out
the
for both of
nuttiness
us.
and the richness. Yeah.
Yes. All along, the Wilderness Trail and the Bull Run have presented unique flavors. Things like green fruits, melons, cantaloupes. They coat insane. The Bull Run has maple and rich oak and just enough spice to offset it. They're both absolutely delicious, fantastic, unique whiskeys. They both, honestly, I think deserve to be in the finals. This was a ton of fun today. Oh man, only one day left till we get to the finals, and I can't wait to see what that brings for us.
Yep.
And I'm out of whiskey, so I have to cheers you all right now from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for watching.